Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me today for the results of my participation in the recent Card Wolf collection giveaway, and then some recent baseball pickups as well that I'm going to throw in here just to kind of extend the video a little bit. And we're just going to get right into it. So we're going to start with the Card Wolf giveaway. So I'll try to keep it brief here because I've done this numerous times already in the history of my channel. But Card Wolf, CW over at Card Wolf here on YouTube, one of my favorite channels going, one of the most generous people that you're going to run into in this hobby. And as he's done a few times before, he did a collection break giveaway when he hit 300 subscribers. So I got this note. It says, Shane, 300 subscriptions would not have been possible without you. I'm so grateful for your support and encouragement of the channel. I can't tell you how much it means to me to reach this milestone. I hope that you enjoy these cards. And of course, I hope that you continue to enjoy the channel as well. And then a handwritten note here. Thanks for all your encouragement and friendship, CW. So right back at you, CW. And what this is referring to is so far, every time CW has hit a 100 sub milestone on the channel, so 100, 200, and now 300, he does a really cool thing where he buys a small collection, or maybe even a pretty big collection, off of eBay, just an entire collection. When it comes in, he'll do a video where he unboxes and goes through the entire thing, and anyone who's a subscriber to his channel can simply email him, let him know some of the cards they saw that looked cool to them, and then he will just send you gratis a handful of cards that were on your list. It's just amazingly generous. He sends these out to like many different countries and dozens and dozens and dozens of people. I want to say in his 200 sub giveaway, he maybe sent like something crazy like 70 or 80 packages out. This one, I want to say he already reported that he was close to the 40 or 50 package mark. And again, multiple countries. He doesn't want anything in return. You just watch the video, tell him what you liked, and he'll send you some free cards. And that is just amazing. So I, of course, participated as I did the first two times around and ended up with 3 cards from this collection. It was a pretty cool binder of like 80s, 90s, and 2000s cards. And I saw there was a really cool page of Pujols cards and asked for a 2003 Pujols because they a lot of them seem to be from that year, and got this Rookies and Greats from Fleer. It's a little tough to make out, but in the upper left, there's a foil Rookies and Greats 2003 logo with like a baseball stitching above it. It's actually a pretty nice logo. But this is a 3rd year card of Pujols. I don't have a ton of his stuff in the collection, and I just thought, you know what, getting one of those Pujols would be pretty nice. He's obviously about to hang up the spikes, in the near future here, and thought that was a solid addition to the collection. So I really appreciate you sending that one my way. I'm having trouble speaking today for some reason. Next one is an 80s card. So I've really been picking up the early to mid 80s top stuff in nice condition. And when I saw this George Brett, it looked like it was in pretty good shape. And this one made the cut for me as well. So he's rocking the hi-hat there, and it's maybe not his, most glamorous photo on any one of his cards. I feel like George Brett's one of those guys who is like the anti-Ricky Henderson. Like his cards are not as cool as they should be compared to his talent level. But nonetheless, the guy was an amazing hitter, and I kind of feel like of everybody that I saw in the binder, he was maybe one of the players that was the most underrepresented in my own personal collection. So for that reason, threw that 84 Topps George Brett onto my list, and that one made the cut as well, which is killer. And then this was actually the first one in my list. Surprised I was able to get this one, and very thankful to CW because I have a feeling others may have asked as well, because it's one that he kind of focused on for a few seconds and really talked about how cool it was during the video, and I instantly agreed. It is this Topps Tech Architect insert of Nomar Garciaparra. And this combines 3 things that I love about cards. First of all, the subject, Nomar Garciaparra. This guy was my favorite player in baseball from probably about the mid-90s, 96 or so, all the way until he was traded from the Red Sox, famously in the 2004 season. So he had a long run of being my favorite player. And secondly, it's got some amazing shine. You can see here. So that's really nice. And then finally, it has an acetate component as well. You can see the upper right and lower right portions of the card are acetate, and even some of these blocks here are acetate in the middle of the card, which is really, really cool. Of course, tech being an acetate release, and this is an insert, I believe. Yep, numbered A1. And how about this? I did not know this, or I'd forgotten if you touched on this in the video, CW, but a shiny card back. I mean, why can't Topps give us this quality any longer? I don't remember the last time that we had a card back that shined from Topps. Do you? Let me know in the comments if you can think of one, but I'm gonna probably guess that it's been a little while. So awesome card there. Just a beautiful Noma. And then as he often does, and because he's just an amazing person and apparently giving away a collection that he bought just isn't enough, he tossed in one from his own personal collection as well. He's done this numerous times now for me, and he's just a great guy. So check this out. 61 Topps Power for Ernie trio card here featuring Darryl Spencer, Bill White, and Ernie Broglio. He knows I love these combo cards. We've talked about it a few times, and I've commented when he's had them in his videos. Those 50s and 60s combo cards are just amazing. So that is the fourth and final card that I found in my envelope. Huge thank you again, CW. I'm just so honored to be able to participate in those giveaways and really admire your generosity and kindness, and just very happy that we've gotten to know each other within this community, and certainly look forward to it in the future. He said he plans on doing it again, and at the rate his channel is growing, and deservedly so, I have a feeling he'll be doing the 400 subscriber collection giveaway before too long here. He's well on his way to 400, and deservedly so. To go along with that, just to kind of extend the video a little bit, I have a set of recent pickups here, and we can kind of think of this, I guess, as a Sportlots blaster, we're going to call it. Because I spent it with one seller on Sportlots. I spent exactly $20, and I picked up 9 shiny cards. So, if you do the math, these are, around a little over $2 a piece for the shine. And they're mostly one player, although I think there's a single card of someone else mixed in, and that is Big Papi, David Ortiz. So I've been trying to make an effort with his enshrinement to the Hall of Fame here to do a little bit better to fill out some of my Big Papi collection, and found a seller that had some cheap Bowman Chrome refractors and hadn't done a good job chasing all these down over the years. So figured, for a couple bucks a piece, I'd fill in some holes. So this is probably my least favorite one here. It just looks a little bit flat. This is from the 2012 Bowman Chrome set. So it's somewhat of a, I'd say mid to late career Big Papi, but it's just, flat compared to earlier iterations of Bowman Chrome, which you'll see what I mean in a second here. So we work our way backwards. Here's a 2006, and this one looks much nicer. Now, by 2006, they had done away with making the player refractive or having any etching, but the background refraction is somehow nicer on this card and more vibrant than it was on this 2012 that came a few years later. It's hard to put my finger on it exactly, and maybe it doesn't come across in video, but there's just something a degree nicer about the 06 versus the 2012. And sort of an odd photograph there, but again, these were so dirt cheap that I was happy to scoop these up. And then from in between those two, here's a little bit of an off-center 2007. And again, this one looks really nice too. You do have kind of an etched outline of the player, and I really like the photograph here. Just great photo. Again, the card's a little bit off center, but you don't see the card when you're buying it on Sportlots. And I want to say that was probably like $1.50 or something like that for that 2007. So no regrets there. That I think does it for the Bowman Chrome, but I was able to get some Topps Chrome Big Papi from the same seller. Here's the 2015 pink. I think I say this every time I show these, but I love how in 2015, the bottom portion of the border is refractive as well. And then the upper portion of the border is matte. So these are really nice looking Topps Chrome cards. And again, none of these cards broke the bank. And then I got a little run of X-Fractors as well. So I got the 2010. Really cool card there. I love X-Fractors. I know they're a little bit busy for some collectors who are maybe a little more old school or feel like they detract from the background of the image, which I think they do to an extent, but As a fan of shiny cards, X Fractors are just awesome. So don't think I had the 2010, so grab that. Don't think I had the 2011 either, which is pretty crazy, as this is one of my favorite Topps Chrome sets ever and Topps designs ever. I just love 2011, aside from the Trout and Altuve and Rizzo and others, pretty good rookie card class. The design is just amazing, and the photograph that appeared on the David Ortiz Big Papi card specifically is just awesome. Making contact, probably about to launch a home run over the outfield wall, and just a really cool X-Fractor effect there. So added that one into the line. Again, keep in mind, all of these total were about $20. So cheap shiny pickups here. And then going back a little further, here's a 2008 X-Fractor. And this is maybe my favorite one of the Ortiz cards that I found in this order. I was collecting again by 2008, but didn't get a lot of Topps Chrome. Was sort of just feeling my way back into the hobby and learning what was what. And I hadn't developed a real love for shiny cards yet. So pretty cool to be able to go back and kind of backfill this spot. And I love the way this one looks. Just really, really cool stuff. Great design in 2008. Then we got two more here. These were actually top loaded by the seller. This one I grabbed just because it was like a 90s Bowman Chrome of a Hall of Famer, and it is a refractor, Larry Walker. I think the refraction is slightly underwhelming. You can maybe see it there up by the Rockies logo. I had no idea what this card even looked like when I saw it, but I know that, Walker is a pretty good player and highly respected and enshrined. And I know that Bowman Chrome refractors from the 90s are getting a little bit, tougher and tougher to come by. So given that this was like $2, and it is really, really mint. I mean, it looks like it's in amazing shape. You could send this in to be graded and I think do fairly well. So that was worth scooping up. And then the last card that I have is a Turkey Red Refractor. And this is another one that brings back some memories. So I've mentioned that I got back into the hobby in 2007 as an adult. And one of the sets that I remember buying blasters of that year was the Topps Turkey Red release. And you could get Chrome inserts, and then you could get these, which were the Chrome Refractors. I think the Chromes were numbered to $19.99, but these Refractors are numbered to $9.99. And you can see that on the back. I've got copy 412 of $9.99, so some killer shine there. It's maybe not the most flattering or realistic painting of Ortiz, but I like the bunting kind of flapping in the breeze in the background, and the fact that he's kind of put in front of an old school looking stadium to match the feel of the Turkey Red cards. And of course, the shine is glorious. So this is a very, very nice looking card. So that's going to round out the Sportlots Blaster. $20 there worth of Ortiz and other shiny cardboard. And then some awesome stuff from CW as well from his collection giveaway. So thanks to CW, and thanks to everybody else for stopping by to check out some of these shiny cards. And I'll be back in the near future with some more sports card content. Until then, take care.